You wake up at 6 in the morning. The alarm goes off. Your first thought, today will be different. You'll work out. You'll start that project. You'll change your life. By noon, it's all over. Afternoon is spent on social media. Evening finds you back in the same bed with the same disappointment. Why can't I do it? Why does this always happen? Why am I different? And the worst part is it's not laziness. It's not a lack of discipline. It's proof that your mind is working against you, and you can't see it, because sabotage works silently. But today, everything will change. Most people call this failure. They blame themselves. I'm not strong enough. I'm not disciplined enough. I'm different. It doesn't work for me. They try to work harder. They watch motivational videos. They write down goals. They last a week. They struggle for 2 weeks. They give up in the 3rd week. And the cycle starts over. But the problem isn't you. The problem is that you don't know how your brain is programmed. You're fighting, but you're fighting the wrong enemy. You're running, but you're running in the wrong direction. You're building, but you're building on sand. Because no one ever told you, your brain isn't on your side. Your brain is programmed to keep you alive. And sometimes, staying alive conflicts with growing. Today, I'm going to show you 3 things. 1. The algorithm your brain uses to sabotage you. 2. Where this algorithm comes from and why it's so powerful. 3. How to debug it. Step by step. This isn't motivation. This is psychology. This isn't self-help. This is mind engineering. If you want deep system change, not superficial advice, the subscribe button is waiting for you. Now, let's get started. Here's what's really going on. Your brain isn't a success machine. It's a survival machine. And these 2 things are very different. Success means taking risks, changing, growing. Survival means staying safe, staying the same, staying in the familiar. And your brain's top priority is survival. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever been on the verge of accomplishing something and suddenly lost your motivation? Have you ever set a big goal and realized you sabotaged yourself? Have you ever gotten everything going your way and somehow messed it up? This isn't a coincidence. It's a program. Psychologists call this the upper limit problem. The upper limit problem. Here's how it works. There's a thermostat inside your brain, and this thermostat sets your normal level, a certain level of happiness, a certain level of success, a certain level of money, a certain level of relationship quality. This is your set point, and every time you try to exceed this point, your brain sounds the alarm. Danger, unknown territory, turn back, return to the safe zone, and the sabotage begins. How does it sabotage you? In 1,000 ways. You get sick before an important meeting. You ignore a big opportunity. You start a fight when your relationship is going well. You make unnecessary purchases when you start earning money. You get injured when your exercise routine is established. And you call this bad luck. Your brain calls it a safety protocol. Because for your brain, familiar pain is safer than unknown happiness. That's why people stay in bad relationships. They continue in jobs they hate. They fear living the life they dream of, because the brain sees change as death. And to avoid death, it sabotages you. But wait, this is just the beginning, because sabotage is an algorithm, and every algorithm has a code. Now let's look at the dark side of the business. This isn't just a matter of upper limits. There's a deeper cycle at work. Step 1, you set a goal, a big goal. You feel excited. You feel energized. At this stage, the brain is quiet. It doesn't perceive a threat yet, because the goal is still far away. Step 2, you start moving forward. You achieve small victories. People start to notice. You start to change. And that's when the alarm goes off. Your brain says, wait, this isn't a dream anymore. This is becoming real. And real change means the unknown. The unknown means danger. Step 3. Sabotage begins. But be careful. Your brain isn't telling you to give up directly. It's much smarter than that. It comes up with logical reasons. Maybe this isn't the right time. Maybe you're too busy right now. Maybe this isn't realistic. Maybe your family will be upset. And you think these thoughts are yours. No, they are the output of the sabotage algorithm. Step 4. Escape behaviors. Sabotage doesn't just stay in your mind. It turns into action. You put off important tasks. You get busy with unimportant things. You distract yourself. You find excuses about being sick. You create minor crises. You clash with those around you. And all of this is to pull you back to your old set point. Step 5. Backtracking and validation. You end up giving up, or you leave it half done, or you sabotage it, and your brain takes a deep breath. See? I told you so. You weren't ready for this. This isn't who you are. And this belief solidifies. The next time it gets stronger. That's why every failure makes the next one easier. That's why some people stay stuck in the same place. That's why the pattern repeats. Because it's an algorithm. Self-reinforcing, self-sustaining, self-empowering. And without realizing it, you could spend your whole life like this. But now you've realized it. And realizing it is the first step. Now let's dig even deeper. Where does this algorithm come from? Because this isn't just the present you. This is a remnant of the past. As a child, you learn something. Staying safe equals receiving love. Taking risks equals being abandoned. Being different equals being excluded. Being great equals being targeted. And your brain wrote these lessons deep down. Core beliefs. These are the code of your operating system. And the code goes something like this. I don't deserve this. I'm not good enough. If I succeed, people won't like me. If I'm happy, something will go wrong. Good things don't happen to me. You didn't consciously choose these beliefs. They were recorded when you were a child. From traumas, from rejections, from criticisms, from family dynamics, from society's messages. And now, this code runs your life. In the background, silently, invisibly. Here's an example. Let's say that as a child, every time you succeeded, your family's expectations increased. You got an A, they expected an A+. You won a cup, they wanted a championship. And you learned this. Success equals more pressure. Now you're an adult. And every time a big opportunity comes along, your brain says, no, this success will bring more pressure. Stay where it's safer. And the sabotage begins. You don't see it, but your brain does. And it protects you from old pain, from old fears, from old lessons. The problem is, those lessons are no longer valid. Those threats no longer exist. But the code is still running, and it keeps you trapped in the past. That's the real root of sabotage, the shadow of the past, in the present moment. But here's the good news. The code can be changed. The algorithm can be debugged. The system can be rewritten. And here's how. First layer, awareness. Because you can't change what you can't see. And sabotage works invisibly. So the first step, see the pattern. Here's how. 1. Record moments of sabotage. Over the next week, every time you give up, every time you procrastinate, every time you escape, take note. Ask yourself, What was happening right before I sabotaged myself? What emotion was I feeling? What thought came to mind? And you'll see a pattern. Maybe every time you make progress, fear arises. Maybe every time success approaches, illness strikes. Maybe every time you're happy, you create a crisis. See the pattern. 2. Recognize the triggers. Sabotage isn't random. There are triggers. Maybe asterisk when you're praised, asterisk when you make progress, asterisk when you're noticed, asterisk when success approaches, asterisk when you feel happy, asterisk when you need to take a risk. These moments set off alarms in your brain, and sabotage begins. Know the triggers. Be prepared. 3. Find the core belief. Under every sabotage pattern, there is a belief. To find the belief, do this. At the moment of sabotage, ask yourself, what do I believe that makes me do this? Which belief of mine does this behavior support? And when you dig a little deeper, you'll find, I'm not worthy of this. I can't do it. Good things don't happen to me. If I succeed, I won't be loved. There you go. This is the root code of your algorithm. 4. Question the evidence. Now ask this belief, is this absolutely true? Is this true in every situation? Is this real? Or is it a fear from the past? And you'll realize, most of the time, there's no evidence. Just an old story. Just a lesson from childhood. Just something that was once true but isn't anymore. 5. Gather new evidence. Now start looking for the opposite. When was this belief wrong? When was I successful and happy? When did I take a risk and get rewarded? And you'll see, there are dozens of examples. You just haven't seen them, because the brain sees things that support your belief. Confirmation bias. But now that you've started looking for the opposite, you'll see reality, and the algorithm will start to weaken. Second layer, intervention. Because awareness isn't enough. You need to take action. And when sabotage comes, you need to be ready. Here's the protocol. 1. Pattern interrupt. The moment sabotage starts, stop. Literally stop physically. Stand up. Take 5 deep breaths. Wash your hands and face. Go outside. Why? Because sabotage is a trance state. Autopilot. And to break the trance, you need to change the physics. Change the situation. Break the pattern. 2. Label the sabotage thought. The thought that comes to mind. This isn't the right time. I'm not ready for this. This is too hard. Stop and say, this isn't my thought. This is the sabotage algorithm. This is fear talking, not reality. This is an old program running. Labeling breaks its power because you no longer identify with the thought. You see it. 3. The 5-second rule. As Mel Robbins says, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take action. Don't think. Don't feel. Take action. Because the more you think, the stronger the sabotage gets. But when you take action, you gain momentum. And momentum is stronger than sabotage. For micro-commitment, don't think about the big goal. It seems too big. It seems too scary. And your brain sounds the alarm. Instead, just think about the next small step. Just 2 minutes. Just 1 sentence. Just 1 phone call. Just 1 step. And take that step. Then think about the next small step. And take that one too. Little by little, you'll reach the big goal. But your brain won't sound the alarm. Because each step seems safe. 5. Real-time reframing. At the moment of sabotage, change the story. Old story. I can't do this. New story. My brain is trying to protect me, but it's not necessary anymore. Old story. This is too hard. New story. This is a moment of growth. This is exactly where I need to be. Old story. I'm not worthy of this. New story. I came here specifically to prepare for this. When the story changes, the feeling changes. When the feeling changes, the behavior changes. When the behavior changes, the outcome changes. 6. Accountability partner. Sabotage is powerful in the dark, but when it comes into the light, it weakens. So tell someone, I'm breaking this pattern. And when sabotage comes, I'll text you. And when sabotage comes, text them. Say it. Share it. Because the moment you say it, its power diminishes. And when you see support, you grow stronger. Third and final layer, reprogramming. Because stopping sabotage isn't enough. You need to write new code. You need to establish a new algorithm. Here's how. 1. Set a new set point. What is the old set point? A certain level of success, a certain level of happiness, a certain level of money. Now choose the new set point. My normal is now X level. My normal is now to be successful. My normal is now to be happy. My normal is now to grow. And every day, remind yourself of this. 2. Evidence collection system. Every day, record 3 small wins. 3 things that support your new belief. 3 things that validate your new set point. They can be small. Today sabotage came, but I kept going. Today I felt fear, but I did it anyway. Today I made progress and enjoyed it. This evidence feeds the new algorithm. 3. Identity shift. As James Clear says, the goal isn't to quit smoking. The identity is to be a non-smoker. For you, the goal isn't to stop sabotage. The identity is to be someone who doesn't sabotage. See the difference? One is behavior, the other is identity. Now ask yourself, what does someone who doesn't sabotage do? And act like that person. Every decision is a vote for your identity. 4. Celebration ritual. Every time you stop sabotaging, celebrate. Literally. Why? Because your brain loves dopamine. And when you celebrate, dopamine is released. And when dopamine is released, the behavior is reinforced. Celebrate small wins. Today sabotage came and I kept going. Congratulations to me. It may not seem big, but for your brain, it is big. 5. Long-term perspective. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. The first week will be hard. The second week will be harder. The third week you will want to quit. But in the fourth week, something will change. In the 6th week, it will get easier. In the 12th week, it will feel natural. In the 6th month, this will be your new normal. And a year later, you'll look back, and that old you will be unrecognizable. Because you are no longer not the one sabotaging. You're the one debugging the sabotage, not the slave of the algorithm. You're the architect of the algorithm. The final truth. Most people spend their lives sabotaging their own success without even realizing it. But you're aware now, and awareness changes everything. Now let's recap. 3 things you learned today. 1. The brain is a survival machine. Sabotage is natural, but it can be changed. 2. Sabotage is an algorithm. See the pattern. Identify the trigger. Debug the core belief. 3. Awareness, intervention, reprogramming. 3 layers. 3 systems. 1 transformation. These 3 principles change your life if you apply them, because knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is power. Now here's a challenge for you. Tomorrow morning, start recording your moments of sabotage. See the triggers. During the week, find your core belief. Question the evidence. Within the month, set a new set point. Change your identity. 3 months later, come back to this video thank yourself. If this video changed you, hit the like button. If you're gonna try this system, right? I'm starting in the comments. If you want to go deeper, subscribe, because next week we're opening up the anxiety algorithm, how it's set up, why it's so powerful, and how to debug it, but only if you're ready. This isn't self-help. This is mind engineering, and you are now.